Hello Pisces, and welcome to your reading for the weeks of August 6th through 19th, 2024. This is a reading if you are Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, Pisces Rising, or have another significant Pisces placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you here. And if you're returning, welcome back. This is my astrological spread that I'm doing, 12-card horoscope spread with an extra in the center. My general deck that I use is the Murray Hope's Way of Cartouche deck, which is an Egyptian system. And I usually clarify with the tarot deck, and normally I will read Cartouche first and then clarify. But this week I've been experimenting with the Essential Oil Oracle, which those of you who watched this channel before will recognize is something I might use to have like kind of a motivational card pull at the end. But I'm experimenting, I'm feeling like I want to experiment with how it works in this particular setting. So you can let me know what you think. Our extra card for the week will become from the Black Moon Astrology deck. So yeah, I usually pull an extra one at the end. If you do like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about these videos. And if you want to know more about what it is that I do, and also I just want to mention that I have other types of videos on this channel. So I upload my daily live stream that I do on Instagram, which I don't necessarily always upload every day. Sometimes I'm a day or two behind, but you can always watch it there. I have my channeling videos with Archangel Azrael, and there will be more videos about healing modalities, meditation, and stuff like that I'm going to be posting here. And where I was going with this was that if you go down to the description box below, you can find a link to my website so you can learn more about the work that I do. But also you can look at what kind of services I offer, and also what I offer in terms of tarot, astrology, human design, Rahani healing, Reiki healing, and all that other stuff. I do both in person and I do probably mostly virtual services, but if you're in New Jersey, will do some in person as well. And also my social media is in the description box below if you want to follow the daily live stream as it happens. So, okay, so all the business out of the way. Let's get started here by looking at what your cards are here, Pisces. Okay, so it's looking to me, I mean, things look really good. It's possible that some of you, either well, I don't know, there's strong money coming in your job houses. So we have Earth over here in the 6th house, which can be, if you work a job, and I'm going to say a 9-to-5 job, but I mean that metaphorically, it may or may not be 9 to 5. But it just seems like whatever work or whatever service you're doing, you're definitely seeing money coming in here. So if money has been a worry, because that does come up in this house, then you don't, then this is basically suggesting that that money is going to be coming in. And the fact that I'm seeing the winged disc up in the 10th house, which is the house of career, suggests to me, great career success. Now the cards that are with these, we have Vetiver down here with Earth. The key word is reconnect. The trigger statement is I need to escape. The true statement is I am present. The root of the issue for you will make itself known. Be open to the information you receive from your body, mind, and environment. Okay, so that's interesting, because this has to do with connecting. This has to do with connecting with the body, really. I mean, it could be having to do with connecting with a person, but I feel like there may be some situation. Maybe it's either something you're worried about, or maybe something connected to a job, or maybe you feel like you need to get away. Maybe it could be as simple as not having a vacation like all summer, which is possible. But there just seems to be something, basically it's saying whatever's going on here. I mean, Earth definitely is about the body and listening to the body. This is also the house of health. So if you feel like you've been having stress or health issues, or maybe, there has been some kind of disconnect, there could be a lot of stress going on, could be a need for grounding here, or maybe changing what you eat in a certain way, just to kind of bring you more down to the ground, more root kind of vegetables or things like potatoes and stuff that can bring you down to earth. Now, if I look up here, I'm going to go back to the 10th house here. So with your success card, we have the detoxification card here. And the keyword is cleansing. The trigger statement is I will never change. The true statement is in each moment I am a new me. You are supported as you release habits and limiting patterns that are not serving your highest good. And that's interesting, because this seems to be connected to work. So for some of you, maybe you've made a move. Maybe you finally left a job that you feel is soul-sucking. Or maybe you have just anything that has been toxic in your environment, or maybe even in the way that you've managed certain things that maybe have not worked out in terms of your career. This does seem like this is a time for cleansing, clearing, and realigning. We are in Mercury retrograde period, so we always talk about the negatives of Mercury retrograde, but the positives is this gives us a chance to make a lot of corrections. So that's the good news about it. Yeah, if you have your own business, you definitely seem to be working very hard here because we have Capricorn energy, building something, mastering something. This can also have to do with building up communications and building a network with people as well, building a solid structure of some kind. We have it with the Black Pepper card, and the keyword here is integrate. The trigger statement is I am trapped. The true statement is I am whole. Allow the parts of yourselves you hide make themselves known. In the light you will see the wisdom they hold. Okay, so this is a card of integration, and that makes sense with Ta, I think, because Ta is sort of about how we create our world and how we create our reality. So this is about integrating new information and points of view of people with what we have now. And, you know, and to say I am trapped may indicate that we might be stuck in some kind of a mental loop. And we all human beings do this. We all manage our minds. We're Homo sapiens, you know, we're creatures of intellect, sapiens having to do with intelligence. And a lot of times, and as great of a tool as that is, sometimes this is a tool that can also get us into trouble. So this maybe is just saying that, you know, we want to be able to keep an open mind to different sides of an issue, especially if there's any kind of difficulties with communication, or if there's something that, like I said, that you're literally trying to build here. So, but again, remember with Mercury retrograde, this is a time when communications can get messed up anyway. So we want to just be very, very careful and thoughtful about the communications we receive, about what's true and what's not true right now. Or maybe just what's potentially misunderstood. So this is about, you know, constructing something very, very carefully in the house of communication. We are seeing, and we're seeing this discipline as far as money goes. I see Crook and Flail here. I think I had this for Aquarius as well. There is this is about either being disciplined or taking something to a higher level or the next level. And again, financially, the fact that I'm seeing what looks like a good financial omen in your job and your career section, for some of you, this could be a promotion. The card that's with it is the invigorating card. And this is the card that says bliss is the key word. The trigger statement is why am I here? The true statement is I make a difference. You will have the motivation you need to express your light. Know that what you do today makes the world a better place. Wow. Yeah, so Crook and Flail here is definitely about somebody who is very visible, someone who's seen as an expert. Who knows? Maybe some of you even work in finance. But there's definitely this idea of making something better or taking it to the next level. And the fact that you have the invigorating and the bliss card here in your money house, that's definitely, it seems to indicate that you are getting a boost of some kind here. I am looking at your first house here. You have the Ankh. So yeah, I feel like this is a card of happiness. This is a card of joy and love. This is you being in a space of, loving life and loving yourself too. You have it with the Roman chamomile oil card. And the keyword here is destiny. And the trigger statement is I am lost. The true statement is I do what I love. Exactly. There's a path waiting just for you. Open your heart and mind so you can use it on your journey of fulfillment. Yeah, so this is definitely saying that you have been restructuring your identity and your public face, your brand, so to speak, moving more towards that which you really love and that you're really passionate about. And this is definitely the right thing to do. Now, when it comes to home and family, we have the twins down here. And it's interesting, though, that we have it with the card of consolation and comforting. So I don't know. I don't know if this is like, if there's been a recent loss in the family, or if this is like somebody who's moved out, or a separation in the home, or maybe some kind of a disconnect with somebody. Because the twins is showing up here as some kind of a connection within the home. So whether or not this is somebody moving in with you, or somebody who lives with you, or whether this has to do with family or moving in with family or something like that. I don't know. There's definitely a strong vibe of a connection that's being made either within your physical home or within a family situation where some kind of relationship or some kind of partnership is significant here. And the comforting card is here. So that's why I wonder for some people if that's what's going on. The trigger statement here is I cannot go on. The true statement is my heart is light. Please hold space for feelings you have. Honor them and be with them. Your burden will be lightened. Okay, so if somebody else has been a concern, It does seem like, or maybe there has been some worry or some grief. This does seem to me like there's going to be an opportunity for you to lighten your burden in that respect. Now, as far as love goes, now those of you who are looking for love, if you're not in a relationship and you're looking to have one, I feel like now is not really going to be the time. I mean, again, this is only through August 19th. We'll see what we get after that, right? But we have Pyramid here right now. So this is definitely a card of something that's taking time. And I feel like for some people, you've got air in the 7th house, which is the more significant partnership house. And so this to me is more something that's more light, that's more friendly, detached. Like it could be somebody who you're talking to, who you're friendly with, but that it may take time for something like this to turn into love. And the reason for that would be, I'm looking up at Anubis in the 9th house, the house of friendship. That would be because this would be a person who is protecting their heart or protecting their feelings in some way. So so that may be the situation that's going on right now. It's not saying a no to a person. It just seems that right now is not the time that somebody will be ready to make a commitment. Now, again, if you're already married, okay, then, or you're not looking for love, then Pyramid here could indicate a challenging situation either with a child, or if you're somebody who's a creative person and working on a project, that can be, it's something that's presenting something of a challenge and something that's going to be fixed in time. Now, the extra card that goes with it is the turmeric oil card. And the key word here is belief. And the trigger statement is it's too late. The true statement is I'm free to believe. You are clearing away beliefs, energy, and memories that no longer serve you, so the necessary decisions will be made. Okay, so this may be a case of, with retrograde again, we're revisiting things, and I don't know if this means somebody from the past might come back, and that might be challenging to you as well, because that does happen in the Mercury retrograde period. So I think it's just keep an open mind to certain things, but I feel like whatever might be holding you back right now, or might be taking time, whether it be you or another person, is just past stuff that needs to be cleared out, past memories, past things that are not necessary, that don't serve you anymore. Okay, so there is a bit of a clearing out, and I'm seeing fire up here in your 8th house, so that definitely makes sense. And again, I'm looking at the 7th house in terms of, we also have the massage oil card, and the key word here is ease. Trigger statement is I have to make this work. That's interesting. True statement, I'm at ease with life. You need to ease your grip on life so it can lead the way. There's an outcome brighter than you can imagine. Okay, so for those of you looking for love, this would suggest to me that this is a situation you just need to let go and see where it goes. You don't want to over-obsess about it. You don't want to over-control it, overthink about it. And if you are in a marriage situation where perhaps there's been some detachment, because air can indicate basically friendly interactions, but maybe emotionally detached, saying, I have to make this work. I think what this is saying is that, don't put that kind of, and maybe that's where the consolation is down here. Maybe there's been a rift for somebody watching. I'm not saying this has to be everybody, but there may be a message for somebody here for sure about a rift in maybe a home situation. And this may be saying just be at ease and ease your grip really on a situation, and just because air does indicate the need to detach from something. So whether you're looking for love or this is an existing relationship that you're in, there definitely seems to be a need to ease the grip, because I feel like something's going on right now. Like somebody is dealing with old wounds or clearing something out, whether that's you, whether that's the other person. You need to have a little patience with it. I would not make any decisions about relationships until after retrograde, to be honest, which will be after August 27th. Now, you've got fire here. Like I said, this is that strong emotions coming up. Maybe this is a time for us detoxifying, getting rid of things. And we have it with the yarrow or palm card. And the key word here is divination. And the trigger statement is, I'm so drained. The true statement is, I'm shielded. That you are finding balance as you see what resonates and what does not. With clear sight, you are safe and protected. Okay. So yeah, you're seeing what stays and what goes. That is definitely what the fire card is about. Burning up the rubbish, getting rid of what you don't like, transforming, if we think of it as a violet flame, transforming what it is that is no longer serving us into something else. It's like energy composting or recycling, right? But yeah, if you're feeling drained, this may be a time when you need to, it's reassuring you that you are protected at this point in time. Okay, 9th house, Sagittarius energy. Now we have Thoth. Now, when Thoth shows up in the ninth house, there's some different possibilities here. Now, some of you could be going through something legal, okay, and that might figure in for somebody here. And again, this is usually a good omen for legal matters going well. But the other thing about Thoth card has to do with healing, and it also has to do with time. Now it's a very strongly academic card as well. Now, the ninth house has to do with higher education. It has to do with spirituality and belief. It can also have to do with long distance travel or long journeys. And also a general sense of freedom is connected to Sagittarius energy, which is the energy of that house. So, and it's Jupiter as well, the planet Jupiter, so it's expansion. So this could mean higher education and schooling, because Thoth is connected with that. Maybe some people are working on a writing project of some kind. Maybe it's taken some time, because I'm seeing, maybe that's the thing in the fifth house for some of you if you're not looking for love. But there's something here about time. Or this could be you doing some spiritual healing, maybe getting back to your spiritual beliefs. That's a possibility here. And also it could, but whatever it is, it just feels like there's something that's happening and coming in at the right time. Now we have it with the wintergreen oil card, and the key word there is trust. And the trigger statement is, what if something happens? The true statement is, I take my hands off the wheel. Oh my gosh, Pisces, like literally all of these are telling you, like, take your hands off the wheel, like let things happen. And it's funny because Aquarius got a very, very similar kind of a vibe. I feel like right now there's just a lot that's happening in astrologically and with everything else. There's all kinds of shifts that are going on. And I think we're all just being guided to where we need to go. And the kind of messy things that we have right now are just whatever we don't need anymore is kind of pushing its way out. The message here is you are not alone. The universe is working with you. Relax and enjoy the adventure. Okay. So yeah, I feel like there's almost a sense of divine timing with this. However you're trying to expand your horizons is definitely coming in at the right time. Now, we looked at the 10th house already. Let's get to the Aquarius house, the 11th. We mentioned Anubis, so there could be somebody who's being protective, or maybe you're protecting yourself from your friends. That could be. You might be feeling at a point where maybe you feel like you want to, not that again, this is not an unfriendly card by any means, but it is a card of protection. And, this may come up when we're protecting ourselves, not just maybe with regard to our friend group, but also maybe with regard to social media and things like that. This also would indicate protection with regard to our goals and our hopes and wishes. And the juniper berry card that we've got with it, the key word here is projection. And the trigger statement is, my mind does not rest. The true statement is, I listen to my higher self. Look at each story that repeats itself in your mind as a stranger would. Ask yourself, is this true? Yeah, that's actually something I often tell people in coaching. When they think the worst about a situation, or they have a narrative that seems very, either very dramatic or very extreme, I might say to them, okay, well, take yourself out of it. Tell them a story of somebody who has a similar narrative and say, what would you say to that person? How would you tell that person to handle it? Because oftentimes what you would tell a third party that you're not, maybe that you care about potentially, or that maybe you're just listening to their story as a coworker or something, and then you might have a different answer to that than you would for your own life. And the question is, well, why are those different? Maybe what you would advise other people to do, maybe what you should do yourself. So, and that's what we're talking about, the nature of projection here. So yeah, this is definitely telling us to look at our story. So this suggests to me that, what could be blocking you right now, or maybe the reason you feel you need protection, is the fact that you might be repeating some kind of a story or a pattern or a narrative. A lot of times we get stuck in certain places because we believe, oh, well, it can only be this way. Or, oh, well, I can't quit this job because I won't get another one with insurance. I can't leave this relationship because I don't think I'm going to find anybody else. Yeah, whatever. And I'm not saying those are your narratives here, but you know what I mean? There's certain stories that we tell us that tell ourselves that we kind of feel, I don't know. There's certain stories that we tell ourselves where we end up feeling like we are, where we get stuck in those narratives. We don't know how to move forward from them because we assume that that's just the way that it is. But we need to question whether or not something really is the way that we think it is. I mean, things do change, and I feel like things are changing. So maybe even something that wasn't possible before is possible now. Okay, so in your own house, yeah, you got your own energy, Nepetus, which is strong Neptune, Piscean energy in the house of Pisces. So yeah, you are definitely connected in right now, Pisces. You have a lot of, part of the reason if you're feeling a bit unsettled or feeling the need to escape at some point, I feel like it's coming up because maybe you are very intuitively in tune with a lot of stuff, okay? There's a lot I feel like you're trying to accomplish, and I feel like you're very capable of that, but I feel like you also may be protecting yourself to a certain degree because there's a lot of information that's coming in, and not all of it is you, you know? Sometimes that may also be why you're getting projection here, because sometimes if you're very, very empathic, you pick up on a lot of other people's stuff, okay? So, yeah, so the question is kind of like trying to just figure out, there could also be with this card here, there could be a fear about, you know, what you can't see or what is unknown or what's just around the corner. Now we have it with the Melaleuca oil card, and the keyword on this one is evolution. And the trigger statement is things will never change. The true statement is I attract only what is for my best interest. The imbalance in relationships that have been keeping you down are no longer needed. You are ready to transform. Okay. So Nepetus there to me indicates the fact that we're seeing evolution and the idea that things might not change. Yeah, there could be a legitimate fear there that things aren't going to be any different. Like the things that you want to be different aren't going to be. But this is saying that, but again, I think with all of these things, there's a need to let go and to trust that what the, you know, that when we leave an empty space, that what is coming in is the new thing that we need, okay? And so, yeah, so there may be some concerns about the future, but you don't actually have any cards here that indicate crisis. So, so I think that's really good. Yeah, overall, we have Hathor energy. So right now, this may be just a time for you to get organized, get secure, make yourself feel at home. Hathor is very strong feminine energy, so there's also a lot about tuning into your feelings. But there's a strong Virgo vibe to this card because I always feel like Hathor is somebody who's extremely well organized. So this just may be a time for you to kind of clean up old business. You have it with the uplifting card, okay, uplifting oil. And the key word here is cheerful. The trigger statement is I am powerless, okay? Yeah, there's a difference between being powerless and being in allowing the change to move you. Because something is not in your control, it doesn't mean that you're powerless. Sometimes we gain more control by yielding it, okay? The true statement is, I'm excited to see what the future brings. The future is bright. Enjoy knowing that your optimism today fuels your amazing tomorrow. Yeah, so be optimistic about the future. You can see something as an adventure, or you can worry about whether it's going to work out or not. And this is telling you that the future does look bright. You are definitely, everything about you and the changes you've experienced recently are guiding you to where you need to be. And things that are going our way are things that need to go away. So, so yeah, overall, I think everything looks, actually looks like it's moving all in a very, very good direction. Like I said, with retrograde, it does slow things down. Okay, and your card that I pull, extra card, is the second house card, owning. So yeah, it does seem like finances or your security or even something about your values may be at stake here with the owning card. So this, again, this is a card, I feel like the advice of this card is that you need to be patient. You need to be patient and just keep moving along. You've got this Ta energy, moving slow and steadily. You've got Crook and Flail, which says, you know, things are coming together in the right time. Stay disciplined, stay confident. This is also a card of confidence. I'm just looking at some of the numbers here. You have a couple of 5s, which definitely indicate change in terms of moving forward. And actually, in your money and business type houses, you've got an 8. So I don't know if something's going to happen if this 8-8 portal that's happening this week, the Lionsgate portal, which is when Sirius, Orion, and the Earth are all kind of lined up with each other. And that happens every year between late July and mid-August, and August 8th is kind of the peak of it. And it's called Lionsgate because it's in Leo. That might be significant for you in terms of where your changes are coming from, especially with regard to finances. And if you're in business for yourself, that might be there as well. But this also, again, this is the third house of Mercury. This is communications, sibling relationships, and can also have to do, like I said, with business self-effort of some type. So, yeah, so I don't know. So I feel like the message here is basically, be patient, let go, and see where things go. I think if I was going to summarize it, that's what I would say. Thank you so much for watching, Pisces. I hope this reading was helpful. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and do consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about these videos. Have a great August, and we'll see you closer to the end of the month.